Welcome back, Wazri. Another video here today. Today I'm going to do the Nassau class, the first German dreadnought battleship, and I toyed between 1907 and 1910. Kind of 9, 8, 10. I was thinking more 8 note, make the British AI design a bit down a little bit. Hopefully I can still do what I need to do for the Nassau, and go ahead and change that. Better name from yesterday. That was a terrible name. That was a 19.5 knot ship. The VTE engines, I guess I'll keep it there. It was coal. I'm gonna go to forced because that does help with the funnel capacity, and gotta give it an auxiliary engine. Probably better shaft. I couldn't find this one. I don't believe it had nickel steel or Harvey. I'm pretty sure everything by this time ships were doing more of the Krupp armor. Add a barbette. It did have bulges added on after, or at least the Nassau and one of the sister ships, I can't remember which one it is, had bulges added after they were completed, I think, for excuse me, for stability. They rolled pretty good in the seas. I've heard this class has been defined more as a more of a coastal defense battleship than a seagoing battleship, but I got into an argument with a guy saying that the high seas fleet was a coastal fleet, and it was not designed to go out past the coastline. And I always thought it was more designed to face off against the German Grand. The German Grand Fleet. Yeah, no, the British High Seas, British Grand Fleet. I'm getting them mixed up. British High Seas Fleet, German Grand Fleet. Caffeine hasn't kicked in this morning. Now I thought I changed it all to the settings. Yeah. Okay, somehow the torpedo did not change size, so... Oh no, there it is. 400. It was a 450 millimeter torpedo, so... And Germans generally used the stereo rangefinders. The belt was 300 millimeters to 90. Deck 80 to 55. A lot of times with these numbers, what I'll do is when I look around, a lot of times they'll have the belt, 14 inches to 6 inches, and that's kind of what I'm using here. The extended belt is that smaller number, and I'm sure it's probably not quite what it should be, but in the turret I always use the face value, so that's what this number is. And the roof was 90, not a bad. Secondaries 160. So we got all that down. Interesting. Little sunlight there glinting. Can't see the sun up there. I never noticed that. Interesting. Strange. I believed in the thing I was able to use the advanced one. And the secondary tower I used right there, if I remember correctly. Maybe that wasn't. I think I had it all the way on up. Secondary, no barbettes. Centerline, 11-inch guns. Or 283. $11-inch. Right there. Right there. Got to get the side guns. Come on, side guns. There we go. 1, 2. Funnels. I'm going to use a large funnel. There was one right here and one right there. It had 2 funnels. Secondary guns, casements. It had a 149 millimeter. So do 152. And it had 12 of those. Only 12? Huh. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It did have 88 millimeter. I'll go with that one. It had 16 88 millimeters. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Need a couple more. Seven, 8. There we go. The Nassau. I've been trying to get different angles here for the screenshot pics for the videos. Go with that. Think I got that. Let's see. I'm going to continue to use standard shells on this one. Well, do I use heavy or not? I could see if that works for me. I don't think it's going to harm anything. Probably not. So let's torpedo launchers. It did have total 6. I'm just going to put the 2 on underwater right there. Huh, interesting. It stayed red for a second. Now let's launch, see what happens. Like the video, subscribe, leave a comment, thumbs up, thumbs down, let me know, liked, disliked. Always kind of learning with this game. The armor thing I haven't, I've kind of toyed with it, but I haven't actually played too much. No, trying to figure it out. No, it's more of a just kind of playing to have fun with it type thing. Let's see, slow down here. Get the modification there. Now that actually has a bit of a dreadnought look. An early British battleship look. Wonder if they used 12-inch guns. Well, let us find out. Flag near. It does have torpedoes, so 178 millimeter. And way on out here, 330. What is that, 12-inch? Off the top of my head, I'm not. The converting isn't going as quick today. Already been hit a few times. guess I'm gonna just go back to inches. Be done with it. Let's see, what's it say? No, it didn't change right there. It changed it right here. Got 8-inch broadside, and I think he's got an 8-inch broadside. So the broadsides are going to be about the same. That didn't change. Let's see. Flag for torpedo. No. Huh, even though I changed it in the settings, it didn't change it in the game, so. It changed it right here. Interesting. Maybe a glitch in the game or so. Let's see. And it looks like... I'm going to make a U-turn here. Get myself going in the same direction as they are. Ooh. No, for some reason I thought that said Heligoland. I'm not sure where I got that name. Siegfried. Is it gonna psychoanalyze the enemy there? About getting time, about to come out of the turn here. Ships are all just kind of huddling together. Let's have a big team meeting in the ocean. I am hurting it. Oh, it's got 13-inch guns. And 7-inch. One 7-inch. 43%. I definitely have the better armor type. It's got much thicker armor. So this will be an interesting thing. Better armor, weaker guns. Better guns for the British, but weaker armor. Kind of historically accurate a little bit. No, the Germans generally did have better armored ships versus the British counterparts. Figures I turned around and now they're turning around. Oh, he's doing that circle thing. I think someone asked about the funnels in the tower if they're damaged. If they are damaged, you do get a reduced... It does do a penalty for your... If your superstructure is damaged, it does do a penalty for your firing. And if your funnel gets damaged, it reduces your speed. So you don't really want to get hit, because it does hurt. The Hannibal's been taking a pounding. And the other one's a Formidable. Oh wait. Did I take a torpedo hit or something? Yeah, I took a torpedo hit. I was not paying attention. That right there could have been the big difference maker. That torpedo's gonna miss. Ooh, from the brink of being sunk. But I've been reduced of speed, and that is hurting. If you take a look right here, you can see all the modifiers that you all have. Technology, long range, tower. If I move my cursor over from the ship, it's going to disappear usually. So you can see the tower tech, 2-barrel tech, hull stability, grade, near flagship, cruise speed, maneuvering, flooding, damage. It all adds up. And so it can cause big havoc on your hit percentage. There's a torpedo. Let's see. And you're not going to be able to avoid that sucker at all. Not at this speed. Let's see. Although moving just fast enough to avoid it. Somewhere I fired a torpedo, and I'm not sure if that hit or not. Uh-oh. Need to turn here so I can get all 8 guns blasting at this guy. And lost an engine. Oh, so now that I turn, you decide to switch targets. When you had that target there for how long? And you just decided to... computers. AI is horrible with this. Let's see. Which one's closer? That's 4 kilometers. 3.5. Okay, I'll go with that. Let's see. There was a torpedo coming towards this guy. Ooh. It turned. Uh-oh. Come on. Let's see, where was it? I saw something coming in. Is that it right there? Don't know, can't tell. Lost sight of it. And I'm just getting pounded here. Losing engines, steering. That torpedo hit early on, really. I never saw it. I wasn't paying attention to what they had over here. Let's see if I can make a U-turn now. I'm just going so slow right now that... Let's see what happens if I switch target over here. This guy is slow. Man, those turrets are moving slow. He's got damage as well. Everybody's damaged. Everybody's moving as fast as a snail. Or so it seems. There's almost no maneuvering right now. It's just aiming. What target do you want to hit? Incoming. Yeah, that hurt. There's a torpedo coming in. I'm not sure I'm even going to be able to do anything with it. There's like one missed right there. What if I stop? Oh, I'm sinking, so it doesn't matter. And let's see. Get up to speed here, maybe a little bit. Now the rudder's damaged on this one. And it'd be nice if I could do some damage. I think those 13-inch guns are hurting just a little bit more. They have 1.22 rate per minute. Yeah, the rate of fire for the 11-inch guns was not that great. Don't think that was really enough to overcome the I actually thought that the superstructure and the balance and all that was actually pretty good. I just didn't get any hits early on. A lot of times I've noticed with these games, it's whoever can get a good hit early seems to be the one that does better, and they were getting some hits early on and I wasn't, and then didn't see that torpedo, and that just really ruined the second ship. Got another incoming torpedo. Nope. It'd be nice if I could get a good hit on him, but I've got two turrets taken out now. Half my guns on that broadside is gone, and yeah, just didn't work out this game. I made a few mistakes, but oh well, that's how it goes. So hope you enjoyed it, had fun, and see you next video.